The Plaud Note is one of a wave of new AI powered devices. In this case, it is dedicated to just one thing, and that is audio recording. This small device with a single button press can transcribe any of your audio recordings with the power of ChatGPT 4.0. In the box, you will receive the Plaud Note device itself. You will get a MagSafe wallet that it slips into. You will get this proprietary charging cable, which is USB-A, but you will also get an adapter from A to C. And for those devices that aren't MagSafe already, you will also get a ring to attach it to one of those. All of these accessories are also sold separately on their website, and the prices seem to be pretty reasonable. The device itself is about the size of a credit card, and it's about the thickness of 3 of them. It's made from what I think is aluminium, although I can't seem to see that on the website, so I can't be sure, but certainly it's some sort of metal, and it would make sense if it was aluminium. It does feel like a really premium product, and I really like the design. It kind of reminds me of one of those metal suitcases that you get, because it's got this line texture, and obviously the rounded edge shape is kind of suitcasey. I think it's really nice. It's available in 3 colors: silver, starlight, and this is the black one. Although obviously it's not black, it's kind of gunmetal, but it's nice. Regardless of the color of the device, it comes with one of these black MagSafe wallet style cases. In fact, it looks very much like a MagSafe wallet, aside from the cutout for the charger on the back. In fact, you could even use it as a MagSafe wallet, because 3 credit cards do in fact fit in here perfectly. Its intended purpose though is to house the Plaud Note, and it slides in there lovely and enables you to operate it without even looking when it's on the back of your device. There are only 2. One button that starts and stops recordings, and then this toggle switch which switches between the recording mode. But more on that in a minute. The fact that there are only 2 controls makes it super easy to operate, and like I said before, you can do so without even looking. When you want to start a recording, just hold down this button. It will vibrate and you will begin recording. When you want to finish your recording, just hold it down again and it will vibrate twice and the recording will end. If you do happen to look at the device, you will notice there is a red light that tells you that it's recording, but obviously if you're taking a phone call, you're not going to see that. With the toggle in the down position, you'll be in note recording mode. This means that you will use the 2 microphones on the top of the device, and it will record everything around you up to 10 meters. If you slide the toggle up, the indicator will turn red and you are now in call recording mode, and this activates the vibration conduction sensor, which Plaud say ensures precise capturing of internal sound. That's what allows it to work when it's attached via MagSafe. It can pick up the vibration from the earpiece and get a recording that way. You don't need to have the phone on speakerphone, for example. Plaud Note boasts an impressive 30 hours of continuous recording and a 60-day standby time. And all of this comes from just a 400 mAh battery. Now, quite honestly, that's way longer than I've had time to test, but suffice it to say, you're not going to be expecting to charge this device very often. Plaud say that when you do come to charge it, it should take you about 2 hours, and you will need this. This is the proprietary cable, and it magnetizes to the back of the device. You can do so either while it's in its MagSafe wallet, because there's a handy little cutout. You can see there, it just fits in like that. Or of course you can take it out of the cutout, which is a task in and of itself, because it fits in there quite snugly. But when you do, you can attach it in or out. It's up to you. Ordinarily, I'm not a big fan of proprietary chargers, but of course, where are you going to put any other type of charger in something this thin and small? The device features 64 gigabytes of onboard storage, and quite honestly that is massive because audio doesn't take up a lot of room. In fact, Plaud say you should get about 240 days worth of recordings, recording about 2 hours a day. Currently the Plaud Note is £150 here in the UK and $159 in the US. And talking of price, the Plaud Note uses ChatGPT for transcription, and if you know anything about ChatGPT 4.0, it requires a subscription, and using the Note is no different. That said, when you buy the device, you do get a starter plan, which gives you 300 transcription and summary minutes per month. At the end of each month, this will be reset. There's no carryover, so it's use it or lose it. You can, of course, upgrade to the Pro plan, which gives you additional Pro templates as well as custom ones. And obviously, this includes everything that comes with the starter plan, like visualized mind maps, speaker labels, unlimited cloud storage, AI speech enhancement, audio import, smart audio trimming, and multiple export formats. 300 minutes or 5 hours may or may not sound like a lot, but I can tell you, you're going to use it pretty quick if you want to do lots of audio transcription. If that is the case, then you're going to need to upgrade to the Pro plan, and in the UK that's going to cost you £79 a year. Or there is a pay monthly option, which is £12.99. This will give you those additional templates as well as bump your minutes up from 300 to 1200. Or 20 hours. If it's just additional transcription minutes that you want, then you can pay for these separately. And additional minutes start as little as £2.99 and go all the way up to £89. Any additional minutes that you do buy will last up to 2 years from the point of activation. The app is surprisingly simple to use. Connection to the device is pretty painless. As long as it's turned on, you just hit connect and it pairs pretty quickly. Once you are paired, you can see the battery status as well as what mode it's in, and you can also see the amount of storage remaining. There's also some other settings in here. You can toggle on and off USB access, for example, or turn on RAW recordings. Transferring new recordings is also pretty simple. As soon as you connect the device, then it will automatically start downloading new recordings. And this transfer process is pretty quick. This 42-minute recording took about 45 seconds. But if that's not quick enough for you, you can hit this faster transfer button, and then it's going to do some Wi-Fi jiggery pokery, and it will do it even quicker. Once you've transferred your recordings, you can go into them individually and listen to the audio straight away. Or for the real magic, you hit the transcribe button and it will send it to ChatGPT and it will transcribe it word for word. And a new addition in the last few weeks, you can now add speaker labels so you can see who said what in the conversation. In the testing that I've done, I found this to be pretty accurate. The conversations seem to read pretty much as they happened, and obviously you can check anything based on the recording that you have. If reading through the whole conversation word for word is just a little bit too tedious for you, then you can of course hit summary. This will generate an AI summary of the conversation, giving you an idea about what was discussed and what outcomes were, say in a business meeting. But beware, if the audio is too short, then there's no summary to be had. Finally, a mind map can be created. Now, this is a bit hit and miss in my experience and is maybe only useful for a certain type of conversation. So in the ones that I've tested it with, it hasn't really helped, but maybe in a more business setting, it would become more useful. So your mileage may vary. Maybe just test it out if you're going to pick one up. Generally speaking, the quality of the audio is okay, it's fine. This is the audio quality of the Plaud Note. It's not something you would use as your main microphone on a video like this, for example, but obviously it's there to kind of take the place of you taking notes. I have found that some of my call recordings may be a little bit quiet or muffled on occasion, and you've also got to be aware that you may pick up some handling noise if you're holding the phone whilst you're using it. Overall though, for its intended purpose, like using in a meeting or getting a recording of a call that you're on so that you can remember what was said, action points, etc., it does the job. I think most people are going to use it for its transcription purpose so that they don't have to type up meeting minutes, for example. As someone who uses voice recognition a lot, I in fact use it to type up scripts for these videos. Believe it or not, yes, they are scripted for the most part. I've found that this is actually quite a lot more reliable than the one you use in Apple Notes, for example. You may be asking yourself, why would I use this instead of the voice recorder I already have on my phone, for example? I could take that audio recording and get it transcribed in ChatGPT all on one device, and I wouldn't need this at all. And you might be right. But I would say the user experience of this is way simpler than having to switch between apps. You can just do the recording and transcribe it later. Everything syncs up nicely, and you obviously get that initial audio recording with the touch of just one button. Overall, I think this is one of those AI devices that is actually quite useful, and I will probably end up using it more and more to do scripts for my videos rather than using my phone. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Would you buy a Plaud Note? Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.